We on, Coach?
All right.
Coach, thanks for meeting with me today. I just wanted to ask you a few quick questions.
Sure.
First of all, when did you leave Tara? What have you been up to since? And just talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay. First went to Tara in 1977 as a teacher and coach, and I left in 1995. And I think around the time that you guys graduated was around the time that I became principal. I was principal acting and then assistant principal when Mr. Blocker came back and so forth. As a matter of fact, Mr. Blocker and I had lunch the other day, and he's doing well. He's 71 years old. I'm 60 now, by the way. So some of y'all are almost as old as I am now, because I'm not going to get any older. But y'all are almost 40 now.
How old were you at the time, in 89?
Well, in 89, I was 41.
About the same.
Because I was born in 1948, so yeah, I was almost y'all's age at that time. But I left Tara in 95, and I became the assistant superintendent for all of the high schools in East Baton Rouge Parish at that time when Gary Matthews became the superintendent. And I stayed in that position until 2004, at which time I retired, and 3 days later I became the superintendent of schools in West Baton Rouge. And I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but I was born and raised here. So I went to school here, and it's a real privilege to be able to come back and be the superintendent of schools where you went to school. Have an opportunity to do something for the people that gave you a good education. And I've been here for 5 years now. My contract has been renewed a couple of times, and it runs out in December 31st of 2012. And at that time I'll be 64, so that might be enough. But if I'm still having a good time, I'll probably continue to do that. The things that I remember about you guys is I remember that y'all were a pretty close-knit group of kids. And while y'all thought y'all were getting away with a bunch of bad stuff, y'all really wasn't doing a lot of bad stuff. We knew most of what y'all were doing anyway. Y'all were having fun, doing pretty wholesome stuff. Even Kurt Smart was doing fairly wholesome stuff. He thought he was getting away with bad stuff. But y'all were a good group. Y'all were a good group of kids. The thing that stands out is that y'all had a real sense of togetherness amongst y'all, and I think that was proven out when y'all had some casual, on-the-spot get-togethers, and a bunch of y'all showed up in different places to do things. And that's good to see, because that's really what life is all about, is having the ability to work well with other people, enjoy yourselves, do things that are good. And now, payback is hell, because now y'all are talking about kids, and y'all know what y'all used to do, and you'd probably kill some of your kids if they did some of the things that y'all used to do, but it was the same thing when we were growing up. The only difference between us getting together now and y'all getting together now, y'all talk about kids, we talk about grandkids. But life is good. And it appears that life is good for most of you guys as well. But it's been, I've had a real good career in education. This is my 38th year, and there's not been a whole lot of days that I woke up and felt like I was going to work. The thing you did with wearing the culottes to school that day, that was a very meaningful thing. While I didn't think it was good at the time, it turned out to be a good thing, because it was ridiculous for boys not to be able to wear shorts. And you did it in a manner in which it sure paid dividends, and it worked out. So that's something you should be proud of, because you did it in an appropriate way. Except your legs just didn't look good in culottes. That's the only problem, and I know everybody agrees with that.
What you guys can't see is that Coach Corona's got a pair of culottes on right behind that desk right now.
And all of you that believe that, stand up. But anyway, yeah, that was a good time. Yeah, that was from my reunion. That was from my 40th reunion. That's when I graduated from Port Allen High in 1966, and I know y'all probably want copies of that because I was so cute at that time. But I've got one grandson and one on the way in July, and my wife and I spend a lot of time in Florida because that's where they live, and we enjoy ourselves. Things are going well. Hope y'all have a good time at your reunion. I know you will, and I bet you're going to have a good turnout. Your website is really good, and it's good to see all the different pictures of all y'all on there.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.